Majority of my clientele are African women. Our bodies are shaped differently
Absolutely.
from European women or American women. So naturally, our hips are wider and our waists are smaller.
Yes. Community. Answer.
Like now, I'm joking. I just tried to annoy her. I told you I'm nervous. Make me feel
I hope
comfortable.
you
This
press
girl,
start.
honestly.
Good. Welcome back, guys, to the final part of the fitness and wellness block. Woo! Okay. So the person that I have on the pod now, we met at the gym. We didn't start out as friends. We weren't enemies. We just happened to exist in each other's space. I didn't even think about her after I left the gym. I doubt that she thought about me after she left the gym. But I'll tell you what. When it comes, I like to go to places where I understand why I'm going there, what I'm doing there, and I'm leaving straight after. And then all of a sudden, somebody came and they had a fitness brand, like in terms of athleisure or activewear, basically. And then I had another friend who was super close to me. And she was like, oh no, you need to wear this. And then by the time I heard the price, I was like, why? Because I'm not someone who's necessarily influenced by what other people are doing. I need to be able to justify it in my head, especially if the resources required for something is maybe outside of what I'm willing to experiment with. So at the time, they were talking about this brand called Omnia. And I just thought, okay, good for you guys. I'm going to stick to my Lululemon and my Nike and Alo and Adidas, the ones that I know. And then when they said, no, you should, I said, why? As in, justifies to me. And the thing is, I always say what's in my head, and you can either hack it or you can't. And this person has a super sweet personality. And I'm just like, I said what I said type of thing. But over time, on my birthday, I finally tried this brand out. And truly fantastic. The quality was really good. I think now that we've gone past a space where you wear whatever you see in your wardrobe to wanting to look a certain way, so you work out a certain way and you have a certain level of confidence that is maybe elevated from what it would have been before. I think this brand ticks the box on all of that. But because it hadn't been communicated, at least not to my knowledge in the past, I couldn't justify paying that amount of money. Till today, I keep telling her, justify your premium. If you don't want us to buy Lululemon and Alo, if those are your real competitors, then you need to justify your premium. So I brought her here because you cannot talk about the evolution of fitness in Nigeria without talking about what is really happening with the cross between fashion and just working out. So it has turned into, I don't know, Zaza or, I don't know, Paris Fashion Week in the gym. But I'll tell you something, when you look good, I'm not going to lie to you, work out better. You're even more motivated to go to the gym because you want people to see your outfit and how it matches your socks and your headband. So I'll introduce you to my newest friend, and all my friends are rolling their eyes because every 2 seconds I'm like, no, it's my new friend. I introduce my friend Aisha. She's the founder of Omnia, super brand. This is her chance to really tell you why you need to try Omnia out. So Aisha, welcome to the pod.
Hi, guys. Thanks for...
She's so awkward. Aisha, welcome to the brand. To the pod. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into this space, what's the idea. Just tell us what Omnia is in the first place, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of everything.
Okay, so my name is Aisha, founder of Omnia. Omnia is I would say it's a premium activewear brand. Premium because our fabrics are of a superior quality. We use really, really good quality fabrics that are, dry fits. You can sweat in them, but they dry super quickly, super stretchy, made to contour on the skin. And apart from the fabrics, our craftsmanship is amazing. The elements that we use to make our clothes is very technical. So we make vests with sports bras inside. We make leggings that are made to contour the woman's body. I can remember, for example, when I was making the leggings, sample after sample, we kept changing the measurements of our leggings, and even our manufacturers and our suppliers kept asking us, why do you keep changing the measurements, especially the waistband of the leggings? And you know, I was trying to explain to them that the majority of my clientele are African women. Our bodies are shaped differently
Absolutely.
from European women or, you know, American women. So naturally our hips are wider and our waists are smaller. So even trying to educate our manufacturers on why our leggings need to be so contoured was a journey in itself. And those are the things that kind of make Omnia different from any other brand. Our items are really, really made for your body, and it's made to move with you as you go along, you know. So that's what Omnia is. But I think if we just, before we even speak about activewear, let's even talk about wellness in Nigeria. I feel like it was such a niche at one point. It was something that was so special, but now it's now it's a lifestyle though. It's a lifestyle. It's something that we're taking with us everywhere we go. And you know, people want to look good, they want to feel good, and they want to express themselves. And I feel like that's what activewear is. Before it was just, oh, let me just go to the gym and put on a pair of leggings. But now it's about, how do you feel? How do you look? How do you express yourself? It's almost like activewear is your identity. You know, how you turn up to the gym, how you look when you're wearing your matching sets, how you look when you're wearing your trainers. It's how you show up for yourself.
There was a conversation I had with Aisha where I spoke about not just reasons to believe, but benefits, right? So I think now we've spoken about functional in terms of the quality, making it for an African, I mean, I can relate, making it for like a certain figure, and then the craftsmanship. I think that really speaks, because it was the sports bra in the sleeveless one
that really
did it
sold
for
you.
me. Like I went from I'm not buying it because why, to like having 4 to 5 sets in different colors and different like.
And the vest is like your
is
fit.
my thing, right? But you also talk about the emotional benefits, which is you feel a certain way, you know, you how you turn up. But I'm also going to talk about the social benefits.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. I'm not going to lie. While I say it's very difficult to influence me. I have to make up my mind myself, right? But I am very easy to influence the other way.
Okay.
I can love something, and I'll see somebody wearing it, and I don't want you to say that me and the person are wearing the same thing. I'll burn it. I'll burn it with fire immediately. So
Right.
I feel like with Omnia, right? Firstly, the price point. Not everybody is going to own an Omnia set.
Right.
But that's not even my problem, because the Nikes, the Adidas, whatever, they have a more accessible price point and a lot of people can own them.
Yeah.
But when you spoke about the evolution of this, especially fashion and fitness, right? I feel like when everybody realized that was a thing, the space just got so saturated.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turn, there's someone that owns a fitness. And I'm not going to lie, I need to know, first of all, look at the kind of people that are wearing it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
And then I think because of the way my figure is, I'm very deliberate about the way I present myself.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm going to the social benefits of an Omnia.
Okay.
I feel like the people that wear an Omnia, I feel like it's a serious-minded gym person who also wants to present a certain way. And it's not just wearing it because it contours their body. They're wearing it because they actually understand what it is to be a fit person, versus a lot of the other brands. I'm not going to call any names because they've not done anything to me. But a lot of the other brands where I'm just seeing some kind of people wearing it, and I don't necessarily want to be associated with that. So I feel like when you're putting your brand out, you need to think about those 3 things. Functionally, does it do what it's meant to do? Emotionally, how do you feel like intrinsically? And then socially, who are the people that you think, that's part of my tribe because she's wearing an Omni and I feel this way and this person does that.
Yeah. So I'll touch on the socially. So when I was designing the pieces for the Move collection, I had to create the Omnia girl and what she looks like, what she does, you know, where does she hang out, what does she eat
Her
for lunch,
personality
her
behind
personality. I had to create that person, right? And I came up with this term, like the Omnia girl is a movement lover. So she loves working out, she loves going to the gym, she loves going for walks. She just loves movement and she takes movement very seriously. So when we talk about the price point of Omnia, if you're a serious person that loves movement, you'll be open to investing in a premium activewear. You're not going to, because movement is your life, right? It's your lifestyle. So the same way we invest in, you know, quality hair or quality clothes or quality cars, it's the same way that we need to invest in quality activewear.
Yeah.
If that's your thing.
Yeah, but I feel like you need to know. So I don't think it's a lack of the willingness to invest.
Yeah.
It's a justification as to the why,
Okay.
which you're doing now. So,
Right.
like I said, it's not that for me, especially, it's not that I was not spending that amount. For me, it was why. Now that I know how it feels when I'm moving in it,
Yeah.
now that I know how I look when I wear it, now that I know how comfortable I am, the versatility of it as well, I think that then justifies the why. So I think where some brand owners get it wrong is that they think, I mean, there are those people too that will just never spend above a certain amount. That's fine, right? But I feel like product, service, whatever owners, right, can lose out on a huge chunk of a market, especially people that take things seriously, right? You would have your, sorry to get so technical, you have your aspirational audience and you have your volume audience.
Sure.
Most of your bottom line will come from your volume audience. But when you talk about this Omnia person, the person you described, there's usually a willingness to spend or pay for premium activewear that aligns with the things that they recognize that they need.
So that Omnia girl is already...
Yes,
Okay.
but if they don't know, because you need to remember, if I'm considering buying fitness wear before Omnia, because Omnia is a new kid on the block, even though it's growing quite quickly, what would the things that... There'll be a natural selection set in my head, and it's be based on some of the things that I've identified, like how easy is it for me to move? How do I feel in it? And to be honest, this was a conversation I had the first time. I would think Lululemon, I might think Alo, I might think Nike, I might think Adidas, I might even think On. Like, there's so many options. So the point is not this person doesn't want to spend this amount. The point is, out of all of these pretty fantastic brands that I've called out, how do I ensure that Omnia is, first of all, in that repertoire set? So I'm going to select, at least out of the things I'm considering, Omnia has made it into the top five. After that, in terms of, okay, meaningfulness, functionally, does it meet the needs? How does this person feel when they think, do they love it or do they hate it? And then the next thing is, how is it different from the others? Then just basically, because we think that this is such a complicated thing. It's really not, because you think about it for every single decision you make, but it's a
quick...
Do you understand? Sometimes a quick decision, and all of those things, you actually process it quite quickly. So I think it's very important to advertise the why. But before we get too deep, Jesus Christ, let's move away, right? So in terms of the styles, colors, and so on, because I know that even I used to wear oversized shirts and shorts, whatever I find just to work out, because my focus then was that.
Yeah.
I know that you found a way to come into a space where there's a readiness to look a certain way.
Yeah.
What do you think, if you have an idea, what do you think inspired that shift, especially here in Nigeria? Because I think we do the most in Nigeria when we decide that we're doing something, and people are doing the most. We'll go on.
So I think for myself, I've always been generally quite active. Growing up, I was also always playing sports, whether that was football, running track, netball, and whatever it was. And I remember there was a point in my life where, I think it was during COVID, where things was just really difficult, and being active was almost my outlet for just going through that phase. And one of my biggest motivators was like activewear, you know, because if I had an outfit and I felt good and I looked good in an outfit, it motivated me to work out. So I remember in like 2020, 2021, I did this massive haul and I bought so many outfits, you know, Alo, Lulu, Nike. And I had so much activewear to wear, I couldn't do nothing but work out. So I was working out in the morning, I was working out in the evening, because I had these amazing outfits that, you know, made me look good, made me feel amazing. And I just really wanted to wear my clothes. That was it, basically. So as I continued, you know, the journey of being active, playing more sports, I got into tennis, and I felt like, look, when I feel amazing, it makes me want to move.
Good.
It makes me want to move my body. And that was how Omnia basically was born. It was the thought of, when you look good, you feel good. And, you know, bringing out Omnia and the Move collection especially, it was pieces that made me feel good, you know, when I wear it. And that's making me feel good in the gym, outside of the gym, running errands, going about my daily life. But I always felt good when I wore my pieces. So that's how it started for me.
I have a question. So 12 of my favorite brands on the one side and Louis Vuitton on the other side.
Sure.
I mean, take all my money, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
But then they decided to do something together. I'm curious, what would your dream collaboration be with an Omnia? And why?
Putting me on the spot. I would probably say either Celine or Chanel. And I'll tell you why. Both brands, I believe, are very classic. They're very timeless, and they go beyond trends. And I feel like that's what Omnia stands for too, you know. Our pieces are to be worn after the season, like time and time again. It's not just for the now. It's something that you can wear 3 years time, 5 years time, and it's still gonna look, sorry. So sorry.
So Skims, for example, would pick very earthy, neutral colors, right? And they have different shapes and styles for things that they do. For Omnia, I've seen a variety of colors, which I think is fantastic because it accommodates most people's taste. If you wanted something bright, there was something bright. If you wanted a black, there's a black. I'm curious, how do you choose your colors, your cuts, and all of those things for your... Because I might be asking you to design something specifically for me. So I'm wondering, how do you choose the styles and the colors and all of that for your brand?
So colors, I would say we pick colors based on what looks good on women. So we try to pick colors that look good on cooler tones, warmer tones, and the colors that we use are colors that universally would look nice on a darker skinned woman and also on a lighter skin toned woman. So I wouldn't say there's no science to it. There's no science to it. It literally is just colors that would fit every woman.
So you just accommodate a range of tones.
That's correct, yeah. So when we first launched, we started with a very muted palette. We started with a dark grey, which was quite universal. Everybody, you know, generally likes grey. Then we introduced the stone blue, which is also it's different. It's muted, it's not too bright, but it's a little pop more than your black, for example. And, you know, after we did those two colours, we got a lot of feedback for people wanting brighter colours, and that was quite nice to hear because you know, generally people wear black to the gym. They wear black to the gym. They wear, you know, someone might wear a white t-shirt if they're feeling a bit, you know, funky. But generally it is, everyone wears black to the gym. So when we got the feedback that, you know, people wanted brighter colours, then we came out with a blush pink and that did exceptionally well. You know, it gave us a little
encouragement to play
around with more bright colors. And we brought out a green, and, you know, coming soon we have some corals, and we've got some lilacs coming soon. So, you know, it really is based on feedback as well, feedback that we get from our clients, and also what looks nice on women.
Fantastic. I know we've been talking about women. They are most probably, especially when you talk about the origin story for the brand, they are obviously like your bullseye in terms of the core, but men like to look good to the gym as well.
They do.
So do we have anything coming out for the guys?
So we do have something coming out for the guys. it's in line with the same values that we've created for the women. So it's things that are timeless. Obviously, quality is our number one focus, but it is something that's timeless, something that's made to move with them. You know, generally men don't really care as much as women
in general.
in general what they wear to the gym, but there is an evolution of men caring about you know, their wellness now and movement and, you know, how they look. So it's definitely coming soon.
I love that. Well, what was I going to say? I was going to ask, in terms of what we've spoken about on the pod, do you think there's one thing that we should have spoken about that we haven't quite addressed? No pressure, by the way. If you feel like there's something we haven't addressed that you really want to talk about, this is your chance to say it.
The only thing that I think that I would like us to probably touch on is like the community aspect of...
I'm going to connect it back to social benefits because I spoke about the kind of people that you see wearing an Omnia.
Okay.
And I spoke about who the Omnia woman was.
Okay.
So what you can see now is beyond the functional and emotional benefits, there's a community, which I think brings on. Do you understand?
Okay. So beyond the... What was the thing you said?
So beyond the
Social
emotional
benefits,
and functional benefits,
Emotional
right?
and
I
emotional.
like to really key into the social benefits of whatever brand it is that I am patronizing or using. So what would you say about the social benefits of an Omnia? I feel like there's a strong community, but I would like to see if that's something that you deliberately pushed forward or if it's something that just happened.
I would say it's definitely deliberate. I think almost like our UVP is we're very community focused.
Yeah, what?
UVP.
What's the meaning of that? Sorry, let me stop you. So you're
USP?
what?
UVP.
You're correct. Now just say what the thing means.
Why are you making it seem like I'm
you now.
saying
You
rubbish
said
now? I don't understand.
You
should have just...
said UVP. I said your what?
This girl. No, wait, guys. What did I say? What was he talking about? Okay.
So
sorry,
I asked community.
Yeah.
Deliberate or did it just happen?
Oh,
my God. How should people say I'm a lot? Do you see what I'm going through?
Very tempted to leave.
I wish you're free, Abby.
Leave everything. Like leave.
Yes.
Like leave this in.
Like,
no, you
leave
can't
this
now.
place.
It's fun.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So go on.
Aisha, please. This is the last time I'm asking you this question.
Oh.
Yes. Community. Answer.
Okay.
Eh?
Like now. I'm joking. I just tried to annoy her. It was very much deliberate because our UVP is we're community focused and we're community led. So it's exciting because people like to be part of something and it's a growing community. And I think that's the magic of it all.
Fantastic. That's amazing. All right.
Thank
you so much for coming on, Aisha. We look forward to everything that Omnia has in store. But bring your dollars. Let's just no. Honestly, fantastic job with the Omnia brand. I'm definitely a believer. We need to work on some partnerships so that a lot of the things that I think are there is a potentially strong brand. I know you're only one. You're about to turn one. Fantastic. I think there's so much to unpack with the brand. And I think you just need to find a way to communicate it because it's doing quite well, almost organically. So imagine when you put a little fire behind it. But we're really looking forward to everything the brand has to offer.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.